What internet marketing expert should you spend your valuable time listening to? Listen to someone who has over 20 years of web marketing experience and hundreds of website marketing success stories. That man is Aaron Sparks from Site Strategics. And this is Edge of the Web Radio.
Now, we got a article here from Jay Baer at Convince and Convert. If you haven't seen that blog, you got to go check it out. Jay Baer has been on the show before, and he is fantastic. You haven't seen that before? Oh, I'm sure you have.
I love Jay's blog. That guy he is blowing up. I think he was just named like in the top 100 influencers or something online. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's awesome.
You know, the great thing about him is he's not like the guy, the circus clown, or whatever. He's not salesy. He's a really down to earth guy that understands what people are trying to do every single day. And he doesn't sell himself.
No.
But he's made it all the way to the top. I just really respect the guy.
And the tools, the books that he sends out there are fantastic. They're easy to read, but on top of that, they're useful.
Yeah, and it's because he's done the work. He's working with these companies that do the work every single day.
All right, let's get into it. Hey, it's easy for us web marketers to look down on traditional marketers and say, hey, they just don't get it, right? It's not about hitting people over the head anymore. It's about drawing them in, and it's about convincing them that they want your messages, as well as habitually train them to trust what you have to say. Well, there are a bunch of bad habits that the internet has actually made worse for us inside of marketing habits. Then there are some bad habits that are actually even worse than some, and we're going to go through a few of those real quick. And if you're actually doing these particular habits, these online marketing habits, please reconsider, because you may or may not be realizing what you're doing to your audience. And that's what Jay is profound in, is understanding that it's all about that interaction with the audience. And that's where a lot of traditional marketers haven't gotten to the table yet, is that it's still broad-based, broadband, mass saturation, right? So here's number one, pretending to listen. We all know the empty promise of advertising claiming that from a multinational billion-dollar company cares about us. Until we hear a story from a friend, we can pretty much are safe in assuming that when we call up customer service, we're going to have a terrible experience. We're going to get stonewalled, and we'll probably get ignored. Well, the internet has changed that, right? Nope, not always. For most companies, it's much, much worse online. Because it's so easy to say, hey, look, here's my email address and here's my Twitter account. Just send a message wherever and whenever, and we'll have something to say.
It reminds me of Doug's pizza story. Right over pizza with the Pizza Hut app.
you went to Domino's too. And then most people don't respond to almost any of it. 70% of questions from Facebook fans go unanswered. I mean, that's incredible. Yeah. Facebook fans, they came to like your business online, inside of Facebook, inside of their community, and companies aren't responding.
Yeah, I saw a recent story, too, that it was like 70% of people on Twitter expect a company to respond within an hour of a question.
Yeah.
70%.
Think about that company.
I do. Of course, I contacted Twitter like 4 days ago, and they just
got back with you?
Just got back with me. So
I guess they practice what they preach, don't they?
But they have a few more users than most people.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're doing over there. 42% of consumers who leave a complaint on social media channels expect a response in 1 hour.
Well, there you go. I didn't even read it. I didn't read that far.
57% of those people expect a response just as quickly, whether it's morning, noon, or night, or weekend, or weekday. Well, if you don't have a consumer reaction system in your business that's in place there to react to social media, by your presence in social media, you're doing yourself damage, right? Another point of bad marketing habits, humble bragging. Now, check this out. It's not just attention-hungry teenagers who slip up and brag about how humble they are, who complain about awesome situations that they're in, or otherwise disguise their narcissism. I love that line. The phenomenon has picked up its own in Twitter handle, actually. It's #humblebrag. a hashtag that has grown viral. And it's easy to see why whenever you look at tweets such as people like Donald Trump. He was quoted, "People ask me every day to pose for pictures, but the camera never works the first time. They are never prepared, or maybe they're just very nervous." Really?
Poor guy.
I'm so sorry, Donald. Celebrities aren't the only ones that find themselves humble bragging. Businesses find themselves struggling with the need to seem important and the need to come across as humble. So humble brag is the inevitable result of this. According to Mitch Joel, president of a marketing agency called Twist, he says, "I think there's part of it where we're publishing things in hopes that people will think our lives are more interesting than theirs, and I think that's sort of a negative one. I think the positive one is where we publish things in hopes that people will connect and find value in the things that we're creating." Well, the point is, don't inflate yourself. Don't overinflate yourself. Don't overinflate your brand either. Don't keep on saying this is the most unbelievable type of story that you could ever come across on our blog. Don't do that. And also don't feign this humbleness. Get out there, showcase your brand, but also curate content, be able to show content to your customers that's interesting and valuable. A loyalty program. It's not a new concept. Forcing users to sign up with some subscription to get special deals. It's not new, but you better believe it's being ignored regularly by consumers alike. Anybody who's been in some type of shopping environment, they've seen shopping rewards. They know the programs result in nothing more than a spam-filled mailbox. Brands extort likes from their audience in order to boast about their fan count, only to realize the numbers of likes have zero correlation to repeat business or word of mouth. It's the fact of the matter that these likes are pretty much meaningless if you keep on shoving that at people before any type of engagement occurs. There's a few more points in this article that we'd love to go over, but the point is that don't interrupt people's day. Don't shove things in people's faces. Get them to ask for good information. You got to respect your consumer. That's the bottom line of all this. The internet gives us the ability to interact with, retain, and empower our audiences in ways that's never been possible before. But it also brings out some of the worst habits that we have in previous marketing exercises. Because they didn't like it then doesn't mean they're going to like it now. And on top of everything else, consumers are very passionate about what attention they have, and if you abuse that, they're going to go away and find a company that does respect their engagement. So respect the audience.
Well, and put them front and center.
Absolutely.
When you put your customers front and center, people really notice that, and that does a lot more good.
You got it.
You're listening to Edge of the Web Radio with Aaron Sparks. We're online with exclusive podcasts, the latest web news, and links at edgeofthewebradio.com.